Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
Should we build the top half this evening? Or at least start? I say yes. One of the benefits of this, I just took the rest of the pieces out of the box. Got them here. That box has been plaguing me, always in the way, always heavy, always feeling like on the verge of falling apart. I no longer have to move it. I no longer have to look at it. The remaining parts are beautiful by comparison. Let's put some together. Got my first two side panels laid out. I've got on the short side, which is going to be where the shelving is ultimately going to end up, I've got 25 3/8 of an inch clearance. That was originally going to be divided between 1, 2, 3, 4 levels. We're removing one shelf as per standard for the bottom half. So let's do some math. 25 3/8 divided by 3. Then we're going to mark it, tape it, measure it, mark it, drill it. 25 3/8 divided by 3 is 8 11/24. That's a fraction I've never encountered in my life. I don't know how big a 24th of an inch is, but it's pretty darn small. So I'm going to round it up. Because of the excess clearance, I'm going to have more height per shelf on these than I did for the bottom half, which is great because that'll help visible pass-through above the level of my couch. And sitting at the couch, I'll be able to look through the gaps above the movies. And that, in essence, will give it less of a restrictive feel. But I'll demonstrate that when it's all said and done. So we're going to round each of these up to 8.5 for simplicity's sake. That'll be a whole whopping 3/24 of an inch loss. Or technically 2/24, a 1/12 of an inch. Because the bottom is already fixed, which is this here, the top of the bottom half. So I'm actually only adding 2 shelves. So 8, okay, 6. So let's be a lot less work, presumably, to do this top half than the bottom half. So yay for that. We'll take those simple wins. We have semi-completion of one section at the top. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated as far as the assembly because the entire thing is capped with one long board, one plank. So putting that part together goes last, so we're not going to have a top piece, but that's okay. I got my same traditional 2 DVDs. They fit there with good slack, of course, as they should. Same here, same here, same here. Looks pretty consistent. So yeah, we're happy with that. Took these pieces partially apart again so that I can start screwing in the other connecting bolts. These are kind of towards the inside, so they're going to be harder to get to upright. I'd rather lay these things flat and do it that way. It's 8:15. It's time for a dinner break. Some dumb guy is hungry. Yeah. Despite camera recording issues and full memories and things of that nature that prevented me from filming the complete start to finish process, got this thing installed and largely loaded up last night. There's always going to be more to come, but I got a bunch of stuff unboxed and at least temporarily placed here, and all my loose movies installed. Still got to get this area all dialed in. Unboxing and assembling a desk chair today, or tonight rather, so I can park that in there. Not that I really have a whole lot of access to it at the moment, because unboxings to come. Unboxings to come. Movies, TV. But we come around this side here. This is why, ultimately, I went with this particular shoe rack to modify, or mutate, if you will.
Take that, you mutated son of a bitch!
A thickness that would allow front and back display. Because, you know, in spite of obstructions from the couch, I still have a good amount of usable shelf space here to, you know, utilize that space and make the most of it for my film library. So that in itself was great, and it seems to so far have worked out great. And so far, I have space to spare. I can talk, I swear. You know, and it's like next, I'm hoping tomorrow afternoon to get that sucker shimmied down so that I can tuck it in right back in there. I think that'll be largely devoted maybe to DVDs because of my spacing issue, whatever, for whatever habit. You know, we'll play with that at the time, but I still like to get it modified and get it tucked in so that it's not only out of the way, but then usable. I wouldn't mind getting all these movies off the top of the shelf and have that top space area, something I can utilize for other movies, but decisions that can come at a later time. Right now, we're still trying to get unpacked, get furniture built, which now that this is done tonight, to get the chair done, that will just leave my coffee table as the last thing I actually have that I really need to assemble for this room. Everything else is just details for other projects I have to do, which still need to be done. But I was happy when I pulled this out of my storage unit tonight, and I was like, I only have one box left, yay! So anyway, what do y'all think? You joined me for the journey, you watched the assembly, my fumbling, my shenanigans. You watch things jump ahead in time randomly out of nowhere because the camera stopped recording, and as you're slaving away, you don't have any way of knowing that until you get done and looking. Oh, oops. So it is done. I thank you all who have watched and participated, commented, and all that good stuff. As always, thank you for your participation in all of my videos. And Now, this is just one step closer to getting my filming location established so that I can get back to doing the things that this channel is supposed to be all about. And in this case, a whole lot of unboxing videos to come. The ultimate unboxing in multi-parts, no doubt. So, thank you. I wish you good night. Let me know your thoughts about this. Did I do okay? Did I choose wisely?
I've chosen wisely.
My big concern, of course, was sitting on the couch and feeling claustrophobic once I got the shelves full. If I'm sitting on the right-hand side, you know, I know you don't get much of a feel of it, but I was concerned, right? It's like, you know, you're sitting here and, you know, you got this big kind of monstrosity, sticks out 47 inches, it's 61 inches tall, and essentially all but blocks view of the kitchen area. Not the worst thing, but I did like the fact that I would have at least some gappage to be able to see through. This was my first feral kitty. I adopted her in 2014. I had her for 4 years before she passed. She went from an extremely wild, crazy nut, I still bear many scars, to the most loving, devoted, loyal kitty ever. Her passing gave me an opportunity to bring in Sugar, who was at the shelter a month later, lacking a home, lacking anybody who was willing to adopt her. And then, of course, my experience with the two of them gave me what I needed to do to bring in Buddy off the streets last year, or early this year, rather. So, anyway, enough rambling. Another project to come. The floor. The Atari library. Got to deal with that because I'm tired of that tote moving around. I'm done. I'm building the chair. I'm eating dinner. I'm calling it a night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Alan.